Cosmic Dreams, the podcast where we drift among the stars, embrace the infinite, and find peace in the cosmos. I'm your host, David, and thank you for joining me tonight on this celestial journey. In this episode, we have a gentle story about a wanderer who discovers that sometimes the most profound journeys happen not by traveling through space, but by allowing space to travel through us. Following this first story, we'll embark on an extended cosmic journey, featuring gentle meditative affirmations woven throughout the tale. This longer story is designed to work in two beautiful phases. First, the narrative itself will naturally relax your mind and body, guiding you into that perfect receptive state between waking and sleeping. Then, once you're deeply relaxed and your conscious mind is softened, healing affirmations will flow seamlessly through the story, like starlight through the cosmos. This approach allows these positive truths to settle much deeper into your subconscious than traditional affirmations. Because when you're already calm and open, your heart becomes the perfect, fertile ground for transformation. Let's begin our descent into tranquility, relaxation before sleep. Tonight, I want you to imagine yourself floating weightlessly in the vastness of space. Feel your body becoming lighter with each breath, as if gravity itself is slowly releasing its hold on you. Around you, billions of stars shimmer like scattered diamonds on black velvet, each one a sun to worlds you'll never see. But that distance doesn't make them less real, less beautiful, or less connected to you. You are made of the same elements that burn in those distant suns: the calcium in your bones, the iron in your blood, the oxygen you breathe, all forged in the heart of ancient stars. You are not separate from the universe. You are the universe, experiencing itself through your consciousness. Feel that connection now, that belonging. You are exactly where you need to be, floating peacefully in this cosmic embrace. Let your breathing slow and deepen, matching the gentle pulse of distant galaxies spinning through the dark. In this moment, you are both infinitely small and infinitely significant, and in this paradox, you can find perfect rest. Bedtime story: The Cosmic Wanderer. Once, in a time beyond memory, there lived a woman who had forgotten how to be still. She was a cosmic wanderer, traveling from planet to planet, galaxy to galaxy, always searching for something she couldn't quite name. Her ship was small but swift, cutting through the darkness between worlds, like a silver needle through infinite fabric. She had seen nebulae bloom like flowers made of gas and starlight. She had walked on worlds where crystal formations sang in harmonies that made her heart ache with beauty. She had danced in the aurora of gas giants, her suit protecting her as she moved through curtains of light that painted the cosmos in impossible colors. But no matter where she went, no matter what wonders she witnessed, she felt something was missing. On her ship, she kept journals filled with sketches and descriptions of all she had seen: binary sunsets,
decided to stop, not at a planet or station, but simply here, in the emptiness between destinations. She turned off her engines and let herself float in the silence. At first, the quiet felt uncomfortable. She was used to the hum of engines, the beeping of instruments, the constant forward motion toward the next discovery. But gradually, as she sat in her pilot's chair and gazed out through the transparent aluminum windows, something began to shift. She started to notice things she had missed in her constant rushing from world to world. The way starlight, traveling for millions of years, finally reached her eyes in this exact moment. How that light carried stories of stellar birth and death, of planets forming and cooling. She noticed how her own breath fogged slightly on the cool window, creating a tiny cloud that reminded her of the nebulae she had visited. Her heartbeat, steady and rhythmic, seemed to echo the pulsing of distant pulsars, neutron stars spinning with clockwork precision. For the first time in years of wandering, she felt connected, not to a specific place, but to the vast web of existence itself. She reached out and placed her palm against the window. Through the barrier, space stretched endlessly in all directions. But instead of feeling small and lost as she had so many times before, she felt held, embraced by something infinite and gentle. "I don't need to find my place in the universe," she whispered to herself. "I'm already part of it. I always have been." She thought of her birth planet, so far away now, how its gravity had shaped her bones, how its atmosphere had filled her lungs for the first time. She thought of all the worlds she had walked on, how particles of their dust now clung to her boots, became part of her story. She realized she wasn't just traveling through space. Space was traveling through her, reshaping her understanding with every breath, every heartbeat. In the gentle darkness of her ship, she closed her eyes and felt her consciousness expand. She could sense the spiral arms of the galaxy turning slowly around the central black hole, like a cosmic whirlpool of light. She could feel the expansion of space itself, the universe growing larger and more mysterious with each passing moment. And somehow, in that vastness, she found the thing she had been searching for all along. Not a place or a discovery, but a sense of belonging that had been with her all the time. She was not lost in space. She was found by it. The wanderer smiled and settled deeper into her chair. Outside, the stars continued their ancient dance, but she no longer felt the need to chase them. They were chasing her too, in their way, light reaching across impossible distances to touch her, to remind her that she was part of their story. She would continue traveling, of course. There were still wonders to see, still mysteries to contemplate. But now she would travel not as someone seeking to find her place, but as someone who carried her place with her wherever she went. That night, as she drifted in the space between stars, she slept more peacefully than she had in years. In her dreams, she floated in warm cosmic currents, surrounded by the gentle light of 1,000,000,000 suns, all of them singing her to sleep. She dreamed of home, not as a place she had left behind, but as the vast, loving embrace of existence itself. And in that embrace, she was exactly where she belonged. And so, dear listener, as you drift towards sleep tonight, remember that you too are exactly where you belong. You are not separate from the stars that shine above you, but made of their ancient light. Let yourself be held by the same cosmic embrace that holds planets in their orbits Rest now, knowing that you are both a small part of something infinite and infinitely precious in your own right. If you're still awake, dear listener, let me take you on one more journey tonight. This will be a longer, deeper voyage into the cosmic garden, where thoughts bloom like stars, and peace grows in the spaces between breaths. What makes this journey special is that it's designed in 2 gentle phases. First, we'll let the story itself relax your mind and body completely, allowing you to drift into that perfect state between waking and sleeping. Then, once you're beautifully relaxed and your conscious mind has softened, I'll begin weaving gentle meditative affirmations throughout the tale. This approach works so much better than traditional affirmations, because when your mind is already calm and receptive, these positive truths can sink deeper into your subconscious, like seeds finding fertile soil. When you're relaxed, your inner critic quiets, your defenses naturally lower, and your heart becomes more open to receiving the love and acceptance you deserve. So, close your eyes and let me tell you about the Garden Keeper, in a distant corner of the universe, where time moves like honey and space shimmers with possibility. There existed a garden unlike any other. This was not a garden of earth and flowers, but a garden of consciousness itself, tended by a gentle soul, known simply as the Keeper. The Keeper had once been like you, restless, searching, carrying the weight of 1,000 worries that seemed so important at the time. But that was before she discovered this sacred space, where thoughts took root and grew into living light. Feel your thoughts beginning to slow now, like seeds settling into fertile soil. The garden existed in the space between stars, held together not by gravity, but by intention and love. Here, nebulae served as flower beds, their gases swirling in perfect spirals of pink and gold and deep cosmic blue. Planets hung like fruit from invisible trees, each one a meditation on possibility. And everywhere, there was the gentle sound of the universe breathing. Your breath is part of this cosmic rhythm. Let it slow and deepen naturally. The first visitor. One day, a visitor arrived in the garden. Like so many who found their way there, she came carrying a heavy bundle of fears. Fear of not being enough. Fear of being too much. Fear of the future. Regret about the past. The Keeper welcomed her with a smile that seemed to contain the warmth of 1,000 suns. "What brings you to the garden?" the Keeper asked, her voice like wind chimes made of stardust. "I'm lost," the visitor whispered. "I don't know who I am anymore, or where I'm going." The Keeper nodded with understanding. "Would you like to plant something while we talk?" She led the visitor to a patch of space that sparkled with potential, empty but somehow full of promise. "Take one of your fears," the Keeper said gently. "Just one. Hold it in your mind. You too can do this now. Think of something that worries you, but hold it lightly, like a butterfly." The visitor closed her eyes and thought of her deepest fear, that she was somehow fundamentally flawed, broken beyond repair. "Now," said the Keeper, "place that thought here, in this patch of cosmic soil, not to bury it or destroy it, but to transform it." As soon as the thought touched the starlit ground, something miraculous happened. It began to grow, but not into something dark and twisted. Instead, it unfurled like a flower made of pure understanding. The petals whispered truths the visitor had never heard. You are not broken. You are becoming. You are whole exactly as you are. Your perceived flaws are simply places where the light enters. How is this possible? The visitor gasped, watching as more blooms appeared around the first. Every difficult emotion, every fear, every moment of pain contains a seed of wisdom, the keeper explained. In this garden, we don't reject our shadows. We give them space to transform into light. Let this truth settle into your bones. You are allowed to be human. You are allowed to struggle and still be worthy of love. The growing garden days passed in the garden, or perhaps years, for time moved differently there. The visitor learned to tend her growing thoughts, watering them with compassion instead of judgment. When anxiety sprouted, she learned to speak to it kindly. Thank you for trying to protect me. I am safe now. When loneliness bloomed, she whispered, I am connected to all of existence. I am never truly alone. When self-doubt began to unfurl its heavy leaves, she breathed into it. I am enough. I have always been enough. Feel these truths taking root in your own heart now. You are safe. You are connected. You are enough. Slowly, her section of the garden became a magnificent display of transformed pain turned into wisdom. Where once there had been only the fear of being broken, now grew a tree whose branches held the knowledge that everything broken can be beautiful. Its leaves caught starlight and reflected it back as pure self-acceptance. Where insecurity had once lived, flowers of confidence bloomed, their petals inscribed with affirmations that had grown from the soil of experience. I trust my journey. I honor my growth. I celebrate my unique path through existence. The second visitor, another soul, arrived in the garden, this one carrying guilt that had calcified into stone around his heart. I've done things I'm not proud of, he told the keeper. I've hurt people. I don't deserve peace. The first visitor, now confident in her role as a co-gardener, approached with gentle eyes. I used to think the same thing, she said. But watch what happens when we plant that guilt with intention. Together they helped the newcomer place his heaviest regrets in the cosmic soil. At first, nothing seemed to happen. The space looked darker, more troubled. But then, slowly, green shoots began to push through the shadow. They grew into plants of deep compassion, not just for others, but for the self that had made mistakes. You are more than your mistakes. You are capable of growth, change, and forgiveness, especially of yourself. The flowers that bloomed from transformed guilt were some of the most beautiful in the entire garden. Their roots ran deep with empathy, their blooms radiant with the hard-won wisdom that comes from truly understanding human frailty. Forgiveness is not forgetting. It is choosing growth over guilt, wisdom over shame. The expansion, as more visitors came to the garden, each bringing their own seeds of struggle to transform, the space began to expand. What had once been a small patch between stars grew into a vast cosmic meadow. Every transformed fear became a constellation. Every healed wound became a stream of liquid light flowing between the plantings. The keeper walked among it all with quiet joy, watching as visitors became gardeners and gardeners became teachers. You too are both student and teacher, learner and guide. Your healing helps heal the universe. She noticed how each person's garden reflected their unique journey. Some grew vast forests of courage where terror had once lived. Others cultivated delicate flowers of hope in places where despair had seemed permanent. There were gardens of forgiveness, gardens of self-love, Gardens where anger had been transformed into passionate advocacy for justice. Your emotions are not your enemies. They are messengers, teachers, and ultimately, sources of strength. The Mirror Lake. At the center of the ever-expanding garden, a lake began to form. Its waters were made not of hydrogen and oxygen, but of pure awareness, still, reflective, and infinitely deep. Visitors would come to its shores when they were ready for the deepest teaching. When they looked into the lake, they saw not just their reflection, but their true nature, beyond the stories they told themselves, beyond the roles they played, beyond even their fears and hopes. They saw themselves as consciousness itself, temporary expressions of the universe, experiencing its own infinite creativity. You are not just in the universe. You are the universe knowing itself through your unique perspective. The first visitor, now a master gardener herself, often brought newcomers to the lake. "What do you see?" she would ask gently. And invariably, after the initial shock of recognition, they would whisper, "I see everything. I see that I am everything. Let this knowing wash over you now. You are both wave and ocean, both star and cosmos." The quiet spaces, but perhaps the most healing places in the garden, were the quiet spaces, small clearings between the plantings, where visitors could simply be. Here there was no work to do, no growth to achieve, no transformation to accomplish, just existence itself, pure and simple and enough. The keeper often found people in these spaces, sitting in peaceful meditation, or lying on their backs watching distant galaxies wheel overhead. "Is it okay to just rest?" they would ask, as if permission were needed for peace. "Rest is not the absence of growth," the keeper would reply. "Rest is where growth integrates. Rest is sacred. You have permission to rest. You have permission to simply exist without justifying your presence." In these quiet clearings, time became elastic. Minutes could feel like hours of deep healing, or hours could pass like moments of perfect contentment. Visitors learned to listen to the subtle sounds of the cosmic garden, the whisper of solar winds, the gentle pulse of distant pulsars, the soft rustle of nebulae shifting like cosmic curtains. Listen now to the sounds around you. Each sound is part of the infinite symphony of existence, the returning. Eventually, visitors to the garden would feel a gentle pull to return to their lives among the stars. But they never left empty-handed. Each carried with them seeds from their transformed thoughts, living affirmations that would continue to grow in their daily existence. "I am worthy of love and belonging. My sensitivity is a gift to the world. I trust the timing of my life." The keeper would gather them at the garden's edge, where the cosmic meadow gradually gave way to the familiar darkness of space. "Remember," she would say, her voice now living in their hearts, "you can return here anytime. This garden exists wherever you are willing to transform fear into love. The garden lives within you. Every breath is an opportunity to tend your inner landscape with kindness." As they departed, each visitor looked back to see the garden glowing softly in the distance, a beacon of hope in the vast cosmos. But more importantly, they felt it glowing within themselves, the eternal garden. And so, the cosmic garden continues to grow, tended by all who have learned the art of transforming their inner landscape. With each passing moment, more fears bloom into wisdom, more pain transforms into compassion, more loneliness dissolves into connection. The garden is vast now, spanning multiple dimensions, existing wherever someone chooses. Love over fear, acceptance over judgment, growth over stagnation. You are a gardener in this cosmic space. Your healing contributes to the healing of all existence. Tonight, as you drift into sleep, know that you rest in this garden. Your dreams are flowers blooming in the cosmic meadow. Your breath is the gentle wind that carries seeds of transformation to every corner of the universe. You are held. You are loved. You are part of something infinitely beautiful and endlessly growing. Sleep now, dear gardener. Let your consciousness float in the quiet spaces between thoughts. And know that when you wake, you will carry the garden with you, ready to transform whatever challenges arise into opportunities for deeper wisdom and greater love. The cosmos dreams with you and through you and as you. Rest well, beautiful soul. And now, as you rest in the eternal garden of your soul, let us plant gentle seeds of truth together. Positive affirmations to remind you of who you truly are. I'm here to remind you of truths your heart already knows, but sometimes forgets. Take a deep breath with me. In and out. One more time. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let your body sink into whatever surface supports you. You are safe here. You are held. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable, and let these words wash over you like gentle waves. You are worthy of love, exactly as you are right now. You don't need to earn love. You don't need to prove your worth. You are lovable simply because you exist. Your heart is beautiful. Your soul is pure. You are enough. I love the way you're learning to be gentle with yourself. You deserve kindness, especially from yourself. Your sensitivity is a gift. Your emotions are valid. Your feelings matter. You are allowed to take up space. You are allowed to have needs. You are allowed to be human. Look how far you've come. Look how much you've grown. I'm so proud of you. Your body knows how to heal. Trust in its wisdom. With each breath, healing flows through every cell of your being. You are releasing what no longer serves you, making space for peace and joy. Your past does not define you. You are creating yourself anew in every moment. Forgiveness flows through you, for others, and especially for yourself. You are stronger than you know, more resilient than you imagine. Every experience has taught you something. Every challenge has made you wiser. You are healing. You are growing. You are becoming. Trust the process of your healing. Trust the timing of your growth. You can let go now. You can rest. There's nothing you need to do right now. Nowhere you need to be. You can simply exist. Peace flows through your mind. Calm settles in your heart. Your nervous system is relaxing. Your body is releasing all tension. You are held by something greater than yourself. You are supported by the universe. In this moment, All is well. You are exactly where you need to be. Your mind is quiet. Your heart is open. Your soul is at peace. You are learning to trust yourself, to trust your journey, to trust life itself. Let these truths sink deep into your being. You are loved. You are healing. You are at peace. Feel these words becoming part of you. Not just thoughts, but living truth. You are worthy. You are enough. You are beautiful exactly as you are. Your heart is healing. Your spirit is strong. Your future is bright. You carry this love with you always. It lives within you. It is you. Trust yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Love yourself completely. As we come to the end of this time together, know that these truths remain with you. They are part of you now. You are loved beyond measure. You are healing beautifully. You are at perfect peace. Rest now, beautiful soul. You are safe. You are held. You are loved.